most of the audience is, of course, not professional runners, right? Or professional athletes. And of course, most of the people have jobs, have family, have whatever other commitments that they need to attend to. From this whole discussion, what could you suggest for these people, especially for runners? A 5-2 where you run 7 hours a day is, of course, not the sustainable approach. So we can't take that. But what is the underlying principle that you want to tell people in them constructing their training, or coaches who help athletes in their training?
I think that you should not take away at all those kind of workouts from what Nils is writing about. What you should take away is trying to create a basic week, a week you can repeat many times, like a week with your with that whatever, if it's running, with a repeatable week that you can do many times in a row. And I think that one of the most valuable lessons for me as a coach from this journey is that a lot of the trying to stay on top and measuring performance on workouts in some ways. I mean, of course, there's this concept of in running that you can talk about junk miles, which I think I don't really like. I think junk miles are good. I think volume is a good explanation for performance, and then junk miles is it's part of the volume. But I think it's important to have every week to find ways to measure your, especially like to kind of benchmark your low end performances. So it doesn't have to be that you're running a 5K every week maximum. It's not. It's a very bad idea for measuring that you have progress. But trying to have the same. You have your 10K loop that you're running, and you have your heart rate monitor, and you're doing it, and you write it up in a notebook. So I ran it in let's say it's a zone 1 or zone 2 or whatever you call it, a green zone, easy endurance run, and you're writing up the pace and the average heart rate and the max heart rate maybe, or something like that, or doing there's Phil Maffetone popularized this idea of like a MAF test, or doing those kind of easy endurance tests that are, you can do them every week. They don't cost much. It's like a part of the process, part of your training, and you want to ideally at least every other or third week, you want to see that there is progression in what you're doing, that you can actually run this 10K loop now 30 seconds faster or 1 minute faster, and heart rate is the same, or if it's volume you're trying to up, then it's like, I can actually run now. I've been doing now 4 weeks in a row. I can run actually these many kilometers every week. Look, 3 months ago, it looked totally different. When I was running 50K a week, I was feeling niggles and stuff, and now I have that's like, it's not always progression, doesn't always have to be, especially if you're an ultra runner, and progression doesn't always have to be faster paces even if it's at easy efforts. It can also be that you just more
lower RPE or resilience,
like fatigue resistance, or that you can you're more durable. You can actually run these many kilometers a week, and because that's really a basic that's a capacity you need to be able to do the training. So was that an answer to your question?
No, it was it was the take home for the amateur and everyday
it's
athlete.
fun. I mean, it's fun with the epic workouts and stuff. And it's fun to, sometimes you can try to do one of Nils' epic workouts, maybe, but but what is really what's going to move you forward is the training you do every day or every week. That's and so that this really simple idea of stress or training, recovery, and then you come back better, and to trying to gauge that is actually happening. And that's what that was that was my work with Nils, was mostly trying to make sure that happened, and to flag for him or for us that when that was not happening, why is it not happening now? Yeah, what can we do about it? Because and if you're sticking to the limit, sometimes it's not going to happen, and then you want to notice it.
Yeah.
And if you're not measuring, you're not going to notice it. And that's what a bit dangerous if you're only doing these high intensity benchmarking. Then you can also sometimes you can get away with it, like you're pushing it really hard for a couple of weeks and doing like you can. It's kind of like when you're peaking for a race or doing a really big effort a couple of weeks, but you're doing some epic sessions maybe before a race or something the last couple of weeks. Yeah, now we're talking maybe if you're doing the 5 or a 10K run or something, maybe you're not doing the epic sessions before a 100-mile run the last couple of weeks. But then yeah, you can trim your anaerobic engine to do really good stuff, and then you can kind of in a way think you can end up with the conclusion that you are improving also your aerobic or your easier the base work, but maybe it's not really the case. So you have to find a way to measure that also and follow that consistently. On the bike, it's really easy because you can have like you have a heart rate metrics and you have the watts, and you can over time you follow it easy. But it's not so much more difficult on the running actually.